Hey guys, welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Today we have another home free. I can put the link for the first time we watched them. We love them so much. They were so cool. This time, this is a cover from one of my all-time favorite songs. I cannot tell you how much I love this song. It's Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash. And I am I have like a really high standard. So the bar is really high because I really love this song. I love the original arrangement with all the brass instruments, and I love his voice because he has a really deep voice. But I'm curious to see how they are gonna put their signature on it. And before this video, I played the original for my sister, so she has an idea what we're gonna do. So now you have an idea of what you want to hear.
And I'm very curious to see how they, I remember that they had some deep, very deep voices, but I'm very curious to see how they can make it into a cappella and
that's true. Yeah,
make it their
that's
own
true.
version.
So I am excited. I love this song. I can listen to this song over and over and not get tired of it. And yeah, I love his voice. I love his style. Anyway, I can talk on about his style and his voice, but let's go ahead and watch this. And apparently one of the Pentatonics members, Avi Kaplan is featured in this video. I don't know which one of those, I don't know their name, but I'm excited. So that means we get to see a little bit of both.
Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring.
This guy is from Pentatonics.
Get this guy.
By wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring.
Let's go back to the beginning. I really want to hear that bass voice because that was so cool.
Beautiful.
And it was so different from the first, from the original. I was expecting kind of a full band from the beginning, but I think they decided to start with a kind of a quiet intro and then just get into it as we saw. So let's go ahead and watch that intro.
And I love how they choose the location in the fire because the
Ring of Fire,
song, and it really matches the
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. And bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste.
So the first thing that I noticed is the tempo that they chose for this part is
a little fast.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it actually helps because they obviously, I don't think you can imitate brass instruments, but they chose to be kind of percussion instruments to kind of imitate, and I feel like that faster tempo really goes well with that percussion instrument. I love that choice of tempo. I love the harmonies though. Let's
burns, the ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. And I fell for you like a child. Whoa, the fire wind wild.
I love that the percussion, like adding the percussion things, are kind of like in a syncopated way. I don't know if you noticed that. I mean, they're definitely having the downbeat, but there's like an accented note on the weaker part of the bar, and it gives it like kind of like a syncopated feel, and I love that. Like, bum, 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 bum. You hear it.
The rhythm actually and the percussion, sounds reminds me of the song that we reacted like I don't know, a couple days ago, that had African
Oh, Peter Gabriel.
rhythms,
Yeah.
like a little in it.
Yeah.
And I said also it reminds me of the Ariel, the animation from Disney.
Yeah.
And from the ocean and stuff. This exactly gives me the same vibe and the same effect.
Yeah. We can also, I want to like listen to the whole thing and like talk about the harmonies a little bit, but because I think they are changing a little bit of the harmonies. But let's go back to kind of get a good idea from here, maybe.
Down, down, and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Yeah, love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. The ring of fire.
How can he maintain that low for a long time? I wonder what that is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. I wanna
So
find
much
that
lower.
note. It's a G.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How can you sing that low? And then did you see how long he was maintaining everybody else? And then finally we hear the theme of that like brass, like kind of like a mariachi band at the end. So they incorporated that, but at the end here. That was very, very interesting.
Wow.
Even though I like it always amazes me about this song because it's very short. It's like under 3 minutes. I think it's 2 minutes and something. But it always takes me to such a journey. I mean, it's my first time like listening to this version, but always the original. It's also the same. Like it's not that long. It transfers me to like somewhere else in those 2 minutes, and I love that. It's so cool.
I find one of the singers, I think the first one that started the singing, has very, very good voice for country music. He's exactly this typical, very beautiful voice for country music. I think he could be also very, very famous and very, successful if he would do it alone.
This guy?
This guy, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. I love that. I think he was the bass actually. He was the guy who was singing so low.
Wasn't that the pentatonic guy?
That too, but I think the low
at
note,
the end.
like let's see.
The ring of fire. The ring.
This is him. Here.
I
thought that was.
Yeah.
I think they were both like on the lower register. I don't know their voice registers, but I think he is the bass in that group, and I think this guy is also the bass in Pentatonic. So they were doing it together.
Yeah, it's funny that the original singer was that had that very deep voice, and so that they were like, okay, we have a person who can sing very deeply, but it's not enough, so let's
Yeah.
make a person from another group so that we are really, really deep.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And I also love that because I think the original version, I mean, and because I love that song a lot and I listened to it a bunch of times, I cannot help but like comparing them. I know you talked about in one video that comparing is not good to do. Always when I think about comparing, I remember what you said, but it's just I can't help it, and it's not a bad thing. I love both of them, these versions. But anyway, I was thinking about like how they changed, maybe not the harmony, but the line of the melody, because the harmony in that first song is, I think it's just 1 4 5, so it's just a very simple and basic like harmony progression. I'm not sure what they changed. A lot of like the high notes, they were like kind of going up high. They changed a little bit of the melody, and I think that was really cool because they first of all put their own signature, but they were also showcasing their like their vocal abilities. The one part that I really love is when they went all the way up to higher. Let me see if I can find it. Like for example here, like it's like embellishing the melody line as well as you go. Like here, these are all changed.
By wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire.
So that whole line, for example, it had like a lot of like the notes that are not, for example, in the harmony, or like a lot of passages, like passing notes. And I love that because then you are also like putting your own signature on the song.
And I love how they started very intimately and very softly and with a very low dynamic, and then they just made it crescendo, and then they grew, and then until they arrived to this very big and powerful final chorus, and it just you felt complete after the chorus, and then you felt so satisfied with this very soft and then the big crescendo.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Like their
nice.
structure was really like well planned to like kind of like make that big crescendo. You're right. I like that. Yeah. And it felt so like so smooth, the transitions, that like it was so gradual, as you said. So it was like little by little, and they kind of like grew big and bigger. Yeah. And I also noticed that, remember I talked about the kind of like the percussion kind of effect that they were doing. They were doing like on the downbeat, but the upbeat was more like stronger with a bit of like more accent. And I think they were all doing it like on the upbeat, or like maybe the second beat of that. And that syncopated feel also helped like give it more like a laid back tempo to me, because it always, I mean, probably they were not, I don't know, but it felt like they're slightly like behind the beat. Because if you just accent the downbeats all the time, like the most important parts, it always feels like it's moving, and there's like a tendency to like getting faster. But if you're accenting the kind of like the second beat, or not the most important ones, I think it gives like a slightly laid back, a little behind the beat feel to it. And I think that matched perfectly with, like, first of all, the vibe of the song, the fact that it's like kind of like laid back, but also the style, because it's like a country song. So that was really cool, that the way they arranged that, it helped with the groove and the rhythm and everything. That was really cool. I love that part a lot. Yeah.
I want to just add something also, because it's really in my mind. The first scene that we see with this intimate, very soft and very, low volume voice, and then they were standing around the very big fire. It reminded me of the gatherings that we had in Iran, because here, if you go to the wild or woods, you're not allowed to make the fire, which is a good thing. But I remember that every gathering that we had, outside of the city, or in the nature, we would make a very big fire, and we would sit all around and also sing together, around the fire at night. And that's something I really missed from there, because here it's just, this camping fires and this little small cooking camping
Yeah.
things, and I've never experienced this kind of thing in here, so yeah, it reminded me of that also.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's like I love the whole scene. I love that how they, I mean, we've seen only two, but how they visually, like, it's also visually very minimal, but at the same time, it like it's very entertaining and charming because of like the location that they choose and the cinematography, the way the camera moves and how they act. I think even though it's like all one location, it doesn't feel like it. It really like takes you to like the whole story. Yeah, that was really nice. I'm glad we actually did more of them. If you guys have any more suggestions, please let us know from this band or any other a cappella groups that you feel like we have to check them out. Don't forget to like this video and drop your comments below if you like this song. If you've been watching us for a while, please don't forget to subscribe to us. It will support us a lot. If you want to support us more, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Bye!